Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy December 29th, New Year's Eve, I guess. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Hello, Greg. How are you guys? Yeah, so let's jump right into it. Today's build is Starry Night. It was a gift from Beth's parents, so thank you very much, Lisa and Sunny. We're going to get right into it. I need to do better about cleaning certain things. I've had a wonderful break. So far, it has been a lot of cleaning and sorting and building and kind of stuff, and but it could be more sorting. Like I've said before, just piles of stuff everywhere. So I'd like to get a better handle of that. Played some video games, slept late, so it's been good. I hope your break's been good, and we'll get right into this. Build with instructions. All right, so this is the Starry Night, the Van Gogh set from last summer, I believe, earlier, like June-ish. I did not get the Razor Crest UCS. I kind of got tired of the UCS, like not tired of the UCS, tired of the Razor Crest. I know it's a good set, but they kind of were like, here, have a lot of it. It's like, okay. It's the new Millennium Falcon. But it does look nice. I would probably rather do the mock version that was on Brick Vault or whatever it was. Get the instructions for that, because that looks pretty as well. We're making the packaging more sustainable, and I've got this for about a year now. And as of yet, they haven't. So at some point they will. This was a sticker sheet. I'm looking for trash. Also fighting off a sneeze, so. All right. So, again, we're not going to bust open the instructions on this one. Oh, I've got a couple of these boxes that I need to throw away. These holiday boxes I do not need, because although I might keep them to store the holiday sets once the holidays are over. Yeah, so won't be opening this at all, because I don't think there's any stickers. So the only thing in here so far is instructions. If I run into the fact that there may be stickers in there, we'll sort it out. My day's going great. Got a lot of work done around the house. Got some stuff cleaned. Been replaying Horizon Zero Dawn. So I've been enjoying that. How has your day been? I hope well. Went to the grocery store today and got what I didn't think was a ton of stuff, and ended up paying like $60. And it's just one of those where I'm just kind of suddenly realizing how much everything is lately. You beat Elden Ring recently? Cool. That was the gift I gave my son to go with the PS4. I got him Elden Ring for the PS4. Bag 1. So hopefully he likes that. Hopefully he has time to play that. I don't think there's many bags here. There's only 1,400 pieces in this. Didn't see how many pieces there were. Oh, 2,300. That's still not bad. You want your PSN? Boy, a lot of these, this is another one of these sets where it's like, it's number 6, but number 6 has 5 bags. And 8's got 1 little bag. So there's 2 number 1s, and 5 has like 5 really large bags, so. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I realize that I haven't actually done this since Christmas, so I hope you had a good holiday. And again, we're doing Untitled Art Ice Cream Waffle Pastry Stout. It's so good. It's even better the second time. So yeah, our Yule was good. Oh, downside. I realize the stream so far has been like upfront crinkling, so I apologize for that. Oh, yeah, sure. I don't play a lot of online stuff, and I mean, I can add you as a friend and whatever, but I generally don't do anything other than single player games. Even multiplayer games, it's hard to find. The only multiplayer game I play is Battlefront 2, and that's not really one where you can kind of find people. You just kind of have to luck into being on that server. So, but yeah, I'll look you up. Dylan Gregg with 2 G's, like Clark Gregg. So, everyone should know who Van Gogh is. Vincent Wilhelm van Gogh, or Wilhelm van Gogh. Was born in Groot Zundert, the Netherlands. And here's his story, or l'histoire, or la historia. And then a bit about the Starry Night, painting itself. And then you can meet the designer. Truman Chang was the designer. And then the Lego artists who put this together. Looks like it was Saren. I'm not even going to say that right. Saren Daihyoj and Niken Hatamoto. The text is kind of small, so it's hard to see. Anywho, let's get into it, shall we? So this was one that I wanted. I don't have any art sets really, but this was the first one. I think this is if the sales of this are decent enough, I can totally see them doing The Kiss maybe, or Mona Lisa, or some more classic artwork. What is the Water Lilies? You could do the Water Lilies. You could do American Gothic. You could do sculptures. You know, you could do David. You could do Girl with the Pearl Earring. There's a lot of kind of classic art that you could do in this line, and I think it would be a good idea. But I also think like it's a one-off for this fan designer to have done this because it was an idea set, right? Yeah. So there's your Van Gogh. I will say that my favorite Doctor Who, one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes is the one with Van Gogh. Some arm print there, back print. Nothing on the back of the legs, but front of the legs at the belt. I don't know if I'm going to get the Great Wave. That's another one that like literally just dropped. We've had leaks of it for a bit, but I think it kind of hit the last day or two. And I don't know. That's never really struck me as like one of my favorite pieces of work, but Like I just said, it's another good piece of art, so maybe. My list of things that I'm getting on January 1st is already kind of big, so I don't know if I'm going to add that to it or not. That may be a, hey, get this for my birthday, or I'll just kind of get it on my own later. And speaking of, that's coming up pretty soon. That's going to be Sunday. Release day is Sunday, if anybody's interested. And there's your easel. So we put the easel right here. Have him painting the painting. New Speed Champion car, cool. Wasn't ever into Speed Champions, but they're very popular. I'm gonna get probably the TIE Bomber, the Monkey Boy Elephant, the Chinese New Year Parade. That may be it. Because I want to get up above the whatever mark it is to get the Blacktron gift with purchase, which I think a lot of people are going to be gunning for. So I'm going to try for that. And at times like this, I wish that Beth was also into Lego so we could get 2 gift with purchase, and she could get $200 or $150 worth or whatever worth of Lego, so that we can get 2 of them. I'm also hoping that I listed a couple of these architecture sets on eBay, so I'm hoping that I need to put that link in the description and stuff too. I'm hoping that some of these sell pretty soon. I'm going to start listing more and more of them. I've got 2 up right now. One is the Robbie House, the Frank Lloyd Wright Robbie House, and then the the nation's capital. So I don't expect them to sell immediately, but it'd be cool if they sold soon. And if they're up there for a while and they don't sell, I'll just do it on Facebook Marketplace or something. But I thought usually on eBay you can get a little more, but the selling architecture is kind of, they've really made it really complicated. I mean, it's easy enough to follow the steps along to get through it, but like there's a lot of steps. It's like, would you like to use a template? I'm like, I don't have a template. Well, we could make one for you. Well, why don't you just list this thing how I've got it written? I don't understand the problem here. Oh, and now instead of using PayPal, it's like, we're going to send this directly to your bank. Like, I thought PayPal owned you guys, or you owned PayPal. I don't know what's going on with this. What's up, Missy? How you doing? Welcome to Thursday. Glad you're here. Hope Christmas treated you well. We had, I mean, I'm not going to say this because I'm looking for sympathy or anything, but I just found out today that we lost my grandma. Grandma Vi, on my dad's side, 96 years old, and passed away in her sleep. So that's sad. And then my stepmom's nephew, so kind of my cousin, but he was in his 20s. Had a lot of health problems, had some issues with alcohol and whatnot, and so they they had some emergency surgery last week, and they lost him too. So it's not been a great week for that group. They lost a few people. That group being my dad's side of the family. I didn't know the guy. Like, I moved out kind of right when he was born, and I've met him a couple times, but I didn't know him hardly at all. So while I'm sad for my stepmom, it's not that huge thing. And my grandma, I haven't seen my grandma in 10 years or more, but she was always good. She led a good life, I feel, and so she will be missed. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate that. But again, in typical that side of the family kind of mode, we're pushing on. That side of the family's always been kind of they're from Wisconsin, and I feel has always been sort of not stiff upper lip, but kind of like rub some dirt on it. Yeah, so I feel bad. My dad called and told me today, and I was like, "How you doing?" He's like, you know. And I'm like, "Yeah, yep, I can only imagine." So, other than that, things are good. The holidays were good. I forgot a thing up here. You said you got a lot of stuff, Missy. Did you get a lot of Lego? I fully expect, like, the first part of this stream not to be any of the artwork. Like, this is all going to be the frame, because I feel like this is going to be pretty big. It's probably going to be about this big. Some cash, cool, that you're going to spend at the Lego store on Sunday? Or are you going to order everything online? Clothes and gift cards, that's cool. The older I get, I'm kind of like, gift cards, please. Or clothes. So Beth and I gave each other adult gifts, meaning we asked exactly what we wanted. And no surprises Christmas morning. So we did get each other a few small things on Christmas morning that were kind of fun. I got a excuse me, Lord of the Rings blanket. So it's a blanket, but it's like a map of Middle Earth. And then I'm trying to think of what else. Now I can't remember, and she's gonna be mad at me for it. I'll think of it as it comes to me. But also, she's getting me tattoos. So next weekend, I'll be getting Colorado Avalanche and Austin FC, probably over here. Because I was thinking about over here, but I don't know. I don't know which side goes better, because both of these are pretty open. But I have a talk with the tattoo artists on Friday, and we'll figure it out. And if it's not like terribly expensive, I might get 4, so which means I got to figure out 2 more. I have to wait till she's off the phone, because I'm going to shout at her to remind me what I got. And then she got a walking desk, which was basically a raise and lower desk, which is probably going to be raised for the most part, and then a treadmill that she can walk on while she works. And so far it's been mostly walking, but she's closing her rings and she's sore the next day, so that's good. That's all she wanted. lot of these in it. They must be really worried about stability or something. Big one of these. Had a lovely time. I'm already like spring cleaning mode too. And I'm like putting stuff out on the curb and listing stuff on the Buy Nothing groups. I'm like, please come take all of this. We do not want it. Oh, I got a print that was... I'm gonna forget it now. Dang it. Trying to remember what the print. It's one of those things where it says something on it. Oh, this is gonna bother me. Would you guys be okay if I ran and got these things real quick? Finish this step. Yeah, hang on. Beth, I forgot what you got me for Christmas. I forgot what you got me for Christmas. You forgot what I got you for Christmas? I remember the blanket and the towel rest. What dinosaur? Alright, well, I wish. Yeah, socks and the blanket. Not really, but if you're working, you really need to not be real near me because I've got a microphone in here. So this is one of the things. It's Wild Stallions poster. And you can see Bill and Ted right there. This is somebody at Blue Genie here in Austin. There's a place called Blue Genie, which is like an art collective, and every year they open up like the day after Thanksgiving, and then they go till like shortly after Christmas. And this is one of the artists that I get something every time from them, like a print to send to my brother or my parents or something like that. So this is really cool. I'm very excited about that. I need to get a frame for it. And then I got a pair of socks that say pew pew on them, so that was cool. But yeah, the big thing is going to be the tattoo. So that's going to be fun, and hopefully it looks good. Like, I'm going to go to a new guy because the guy I have been going to has not answered me. Like, I keep trying to contact him, and every time I do, they're like, yeah, he's out of town. I'm like, all right, well, when he gets back in, can you have him... what's his schedule like usually when he's in town? And they're like, well, we don't know till he's in town. And then he's in town, and then he contacts me and is like, yeah, I've got some time in November. Well, November's come and gone, and I didn't hear from him. So now I'm like, well, F. And I mean, they're simple. It's like I don't have to go back to them because they're great artwork or anything. But at the same time, I'm like, this should be pretty basic enough for you to like knock out in an afternoon. I know, like, having done it, I know it doesn't take long, so I don't know what the holdup is, but that's fine. Like, I don't care. I'll go somewhere else. So I'm going to try a new place that's in, not a new place, but a place that's in Pflugerville. Support local business and all that. And we'll see how it goes. And it's great. I got a text from them and they're like, hey, got your email requesting, like, you know, scheduling and whatnot. I'm like, cool. And they're like, what artists were you looking to work with? I'm like, well, this is my first time using you guys, so I don't really know what artists you have, but on the website you've got one artist, so him. And they're like, well, he's not taking new clients, but we've got another guy. I'm like, well, then that guy, you know, like, I don't know, you tell me. Hi, Lisa. Beth, your mom's on. Beth says hi. Yeah, the little easel is really cute. We're going to be doing mostly the frame, so this is going to be boring for a little bit. What I should be doing is like prepping and doing the frame first. The thing is, this is a layered build. So there's probably going to be, my guess is this is going to be like how it's going to be oriented. And then it's layered to give it a sense of depth. So there's going to be like a big building out in front and then some little buildings on the hills. And so we'll see what happens. But it's not just like coloring in dots like where the paint is. It's like this fully kind of like several layers deep. There we go. Let's see what else is going on. Not really much. I mean, I've had kind of a chill week. Like, I kept thinking I was going to do more than I did, and I ended up playing a lot of video games, which, you know, it's my vacation. I'll do what I want. But I told everybody, I can't wait for this time off. I'm going to sort so much, and I'm going to stream all the time. And it's like, nope. I mean, I've done some, but there's just so much that I know I'm not going to get it all done. Alright, I feel like I may be missing a piece. Not missing, but like I forgot to put a piece in somewhere. Because we're getting to the end of it, and I'm like, there's a thing out here. Yep. I knew I didn't put... Oh, no, there it is. Okay, good. Phew! So, we're already getting a little bit of the layers of the color in here. Alright, so here's your extras. You get a paintbrush, which that's a good paintbrush. I haven't seen that one before. And another one of my new favorite pieces, these drive shaft things. Move them over there into the ever-growing pile of stuff that needs to be put away. Alright, bag 2, which is just... This is a really sad little bag 2. Are you sure that's it? Alright. I mean, it's been like really lovely. It's been super nice. I've gone to the grocery store more times than I think I realized I was going to. Tomorrow we're going to go to a brewery and for a Stitch and Bitch, which is just to hang out and sew on, maybe buy and exchange patches. The ladies are going to take all their patches. This is the supporter group for the soccer team here. So we're all going to go and just drink and be merry, and it's going to be fun. And then Saturday, we are going to go to a 70s New Year's Eve party a friend of ours is putting on. It's her birthday. And y'all going to have to keep watching Instagram or Facebook, because I got an outfit that, in retrospect, I probably could have just dressed as one of the Ramones. Just some Converse and jeans, and find a jean jacket somewhere with like a hoodie, and then just get a wig and some shades or something. But I went all disco, so I got like a sequin shirt and the bell-bottom pants and a big old white fur coat. It's going to be epic. And there's going to be karaoke, and it's New Year's Eve, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday is release day at the Lego store, and then I still have Monday off. So this is pretty good vacation so far. Not gonna lie. I think this is what the grown-ups call a staycation. Wanted to hang out with a few more people, but there were a lot of people who were getting sick. There's a lot of RSV and flu and sadly COVID running around, so it's been kind of a we were gonna stay away from you guys for a bit. Karaoke, that's right. We got Apple Sing, I think it is. We didn't get it. The friends who are setting up the party have got it already with the. I'm interested now in how this is all gonna shake out. Still working on the Thunderjaw, a stand for the Thunderjaw. Still working on which model to build next. I just need to do it from the video game that I heart so much. That's one of those reasons why you want to get everything sorted, is so that you can build. And you build without having this feeling of, I'm missing the piece I need. I know I probably have it, but I've got, like, I'm almost to the point where I have more unsorted than I do sorted. And I've been collecting Lego for like 30, 40 years. So the fact that I've got so much unsorted is a little distressing. And I really need to get on it. Part of the problem is I keep buying stuff. That's not helping situations any. I keep buying stuff and I keep finding people who are just like, here, have this. I say, yes, thank you, I will. Let's see. I need to figure out, you know what I need to do is see if my kid, the youngest, because I don't know if the oldest will want to, but I'll ask. I still haven't seen the newest Black Panther movie, and I really need to. Also, I've been told that the Avatar movie is actually pretty good, so I'd be willing to. Look at all these blues. Look at all these different color blues. Plus the super light blue in here too. Look at all those blue colors. It's like 4 different shades of blue in there. It's like 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. No, that's 4 still. So we've got like a sky or powder blue. We've got a Maersk blue right in here. This is a sand blue, and I don't know what that is. That's like a seafoam something. I bought a bunch of Lego in the last 6 months. Most still in the box. Yeah, I've still got a bunch of stuff. Like, this is the first time in a while I've had a backlog. Oh, I missed a step over here. It's been kind of weird because I haven't had a backlog. It's usually as soon as I get something, I'll build it. And every time I watch somebody's video where they're like, we're going to work on my backlog today, I'm like, oh, God, backlog. But now I'm just like, I don't, if all I'm doing is twice a week building and every once in a while doing a design stream, and I'm waiting to do these builds, and each build takes 2, maybe 3 streams, they just kind of tend to pile up, which is fine. I'm okay with that. gives me an excuse to have something to do, which means when there is going to be downtime where I'm not, I don't have a whole lot to bank on with the backlog, then it's cool to have. That's you in scrapbooking? Yep. Did I miss another? Jiminy Christmas. Slow down. Alright, I'm going to need to start like pulling the parts aside and saying, okay, these parts haven't been placed yet. Where do they go? Lisa, do you just have a bunch of projects like hanging around and then you've got all these supplies and then like all these half-finished projects and you buy smaller sets? Do you buy a lot of bulk, Missy? Or are you into the figures? I don't know your build style well enough yet, but there are a lot of people who like going to like the build a figure part of the store. I'm not one of those people because they're like, ooh, look at all these horse heads or magic wands or stuff like that. All right, before I complain, there's all these. Okay. There's all those. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Animals and accessories, cool. Speaking of animals and accessories, what was I was just playing with something or working with something, and I was like, there's a lot of... Oh, it was from the draft, from the Christmas party. I had like a bag full of dogs, and I'm like, this doesn't seem like me. When did I get a bag full of dogs? And then I'm like, oh, that's right. It was the draft.
Hey, Ben.
Ma'am.
Can I interrupt your stream to ask you to do a manly thing?
A manly thing?
Can you open this jar of pickles?
You know what's funny? You're not a, are you a Seth Meyer fan?
No, I'm not a fan.
Or Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
But you haven't watched Orville yet, right? So, on the Orville, they have the one, like, kind of alien person who was raised on a high-gravity planet or whatever, who's very strong. And every time they come up on a door they can't get open, he looks back at her and goes, hey, do you mind opening this jar of pickles for me? Right? And it became like a running gag.
I'm glad you could open it because that would have been really embarrassing.
On stream, yeah.
I
can't do it.
Come on.
The trick is smacking the bottom until you hear it pop.
Is Agatha in there?
I don't know.
Right here.
I am not Aggie's keeper. I mean, I am.
I was going to say, I don't think that's true.
I still only have half the castle built. Oh, from the project? I've got mine all built and already stowed away. I have yet to come up with a something to put in front of it, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Might fill it with Horizon Beasts, since that seems to be what I'm doing. I finally registered... oh, cool. Tiles and make mosaics. Nice. Oh, the 90th anniversary castle. There's a lot of people who got that. I was not one of them. It looked cool if I were into castles. Lost you for a minute, but in answer to your question, it did take me a year to do your wedding album. Okay. Well, we thank you. We've looked through it since then, too. It's, I liked when you guys were here and you're like, now who's this person? Now who's this person? That was a lot of fun. Okay. Times 3. Wow. So I think the store opens noon on Sunday. which, unless I hear from another store employee, that's going to be like really weirdly late for us. So I don't know. I'm going to have to find out from Savion what the dealio is. Because Google says that the store opens at noon. But I know that they've had problems trying to correct that. And then, like, what time's the mall open and what time can we get in line? And I just, you know, there was a giant cluster last time. Thank God I wasn't there. Like, I would have lost my mind. But I feel bad when that happens too, because it's not really the Lego store's fault. It's not really the mall's fault. It's not the Lug's fault. It's not really Lego's fault, but it's like the last time it was a big problem is because people were like, we only know of one way to get into the mall, right? And we go in through an area that's closest to the store. But apparently there's another way to get into the mall that, and Beth is just going to laugh at me for there being Lego drama. There's another entrance that opens earlier because there's employees that have to get in. And you can go in through there and get to the Lego store earlier and get in line earlier. And the reason why getting in line sooner is a thing is so you can get the gift with purchases before they sell out, or the sets before they sell out. Luckily this time around, there's not like a huge set that's being released, right? There's not one big thing like a Ninjago City or the AT-AT or the Coliseum or something. The UCS Razor Crest's been out for a while. There's nothing really huge that's coming out. I think one of the biggest sets is probably the Chinese New Year parade. But I think there's going to be a lot of people just there so they can get gift with purchase, or so they can get some of the stuff early. That's my thinking. So I don't know. We'll see. It could be that, like, and it's also New Year's Day, so there could be a lot of people who are like, look, I was out late last night. I was up late. I was doing stuff. Oh, that's a great piece in that color. Don't see many of those. This is a nice, like, 45-degree angle 2x2 roof slope. That's in dark orange. That's really good. So hopefully it won't be a giant cluster, but I'm expecting a giant cluster. So if you're going, just be ready to be mad. I don't know why I say it like that, but and I know that Syntax will get there however early he feels he needs to, but he, you know, he's not going to hold places in line for anybody. It's him and his dad, him and Mike. And I don't know what they're going to be there to get. Weird. I guess these are rolling hills, bushes, some kind. And then one of these. Am I missing anything so far? Is everything looking good? So, I mean, you can already see some of it starting to take shape, the hills. Those cute little houses in there. You're just gonna order online? I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm not really sure if I really want to go or not. Uh-oh. I think I may have put a blue where a green was supposed to be. Because I do not have another green here. Let's see. Let's scroll back through. These are all green. Did I do all green there? Well, I mean, it should have been green. Dark blue. Those are all dark blue. I don't have color blindness, so this shouldn't be an issue. Those are all dark blue. Those are all dark blue. Those are all dark blue. Well, Shazbot. That would figure. Alright, well, luckily, we've only gone back to here, so. Dark green, where I feel a dark blue should have gone. It wasn't there. I already checked. There's a dark blue in there. Did I accidentally put a dark green in there? Nope. Dark blue in here. I already checked that one. Dark blue in there. Did I look in that one? Nope, that's right. That's all right. That's all right. Weird. Well, maybe it won't show up really well. It's just going to have to be this piece. Yeah, it's not even going to show up. It's going to be covered, so that's really weird. Come on, man. Oh, the daffodils are going to be out too, so I'll probably get those. But there's a lot of these that are like, I don't need to get them right away. I think I'm just going to go... So here's my plan, is to get stuff, get out of there, and get home and do like a late afternoon stream with whatever I just got. Maybe the gift with purchase. We just had a white elephant type thing where you bring gift with purchases. And I think the complaint was there's a lot of people who are like, I don't have a lot of gift with purchases. I open them all. So, which means some people are getting a gift with purchase by ordering online and then ordering in store and then going back and ordering in store again. I don't think there's a limit. There's just a limit per visit. So like if you go back, you can probably get another one. But I mean, I'm not spending $150 like more than once. That's just dumb. That'll get me through January and probably February. Okay, this makes sense. These are all 1x pieces. And this goes right here. Oh, so it is kind of visible. Right there, that stupid piece, but I have a feeling it was somewhere deeper in here that I just lost it. But that's too, like, this is very built in there now. You can see like how it's snot brick right here, it's not snot brick right there, snot brick right there. So this stuff is very kind of built into it right now. Not getting that out. Okay, bag 3. Yeah, like if there was one thing that I was going to get, the problem is like those sets where you're like, well, it's one set for $500. It's like, how do you break that up? But like this time, there's not a whole lot of, I think there's just like a couple of the things maybe worth. I'm gonna have to do a price list check to make sure I'm not like going in there and going, and I come out going, ooh, I spent $300. But I wouldn't mind going in and getting my 150, 180, whatever it is, and then getting out and then just buying the rest next month. So get like, the problem is, okay, so yeah, I get the one GWP and then that's, I'm good. Like I don't need more than one GWP. I get it because that's the fun thing to get, but at the same time, I'm not gonna break myself just to do it. The thing that I worry about is there's gonna be some sets that are gonna be hard to get after a while. So like I might not get the TIE bomber, but I'll get the parade, so I can get, because I think the parade's gonna go fast because it's got the purple space tank, and that's gonna go, I think, a bit. I think the daffodils you're gonna find in bookstores. You know, it's not gonna be a huge thing, and the TIE bomber, I have a feeling, will be there for a while. So I'm not in a huge rush, but yeah, I want to get the Blacktron GWP. That'll be fun. Which again means, when do I get there? We've got a party the night before, and I don't want to go too crazy, but also I want to make sure to get there in enough time to get a good spot in line or something. Okay, how does that work? Okay. Okay. That was weird. Trying to think of what else might sell out fast. I'm gonna have to look at the list again. Definitely the parade is gonna sell out. Mostly because it's minifigures too, and people love minifigures. Whether like average minifigure people know that the purple space guy's in there or not, they may not even really care. But it's a good, those Chinese New Year sets, man, they go real good. They sell really fast. They go real good. I mean, they sell very well. So that's always a concern. Nope. There's 3. And there was a 3 on here already. That's squirrely. I don't like that. And when it's all said and done, it's just Lego. It's just a thing my entire world is centered around at the moment, so not a big deal. Oh, did I miss a step? I did. Let's see. Latest episode of Willow came out, and it was pretty good. Like, I feel like one of the stronger episodes. I had a lot of fun. And, spoiler, so close your ears if you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't seen it. Christian Slater was in it. They're doing this really cool thing where they have, like, guest stars in it for, like, one episode. They have, like, series-like cameos. It's quite fun. A few episodes ago, they had a couple actresses, one of which I didn't recognize, but one I did. She was the lady from, and I don't remember the character's name, the owner of the football club from Ted Lasso, who was also in, she was the Shame lady from Game of Thrones. She was in it, and she was really great. And it was one of these, she was kind of like a Tom Bombadil character. Her and her partner just sitting out by a cabin, eating lunch, and then the bad guys come up and whack them. It was pretty good bit. Not that long. No, that long. Okay. And she, of course, is like really good. Genius. For no reason whatsoever, I'm doing a rewatch of Marvel movies while I sort and verify. Sort stuff, verify, tear down mocks, verify these architecture sets, just some kind of have in the background. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on here. Alright, so that's been fun to get through. Is that... Yeah, that wasn't right. Dagnabbit. Oh, that's not coming out anytime soon. So I listed the Robbie house. I'm a little concerned about the Robbie house because it has a ton of... I think I'm going to work backwards here so I can get this right. It has a ton of the brittle 1x2 plates, dark red. And in taking it apart, I broke quite a few of them. I probably should have just left the set together and said, look, I'm not going to take this set apart because these are going to break. So buyer beware. It's as much as I can take apart in the set. But if I do any more, it's going to shatter. So, but I did anyway. And then I got replacement pieces from Lego. Emailed them or contacted them through their support thing. And was like, these are all broke. But I had to, you know, order like 30 pieces. And their system was like, that's too many. We're going to cancel your order. So I was like, oh. So I emailed them back. I was like, look, this is for the Robbie house. And it's all those dark red pieces. They're all broken, you know. I can't really do anything about that. And I can't, like, I don't know how to make the system recognize that. So like, no, that's good. We'll redo the order. You're fine. So I basically just took the bag from Lego and went and put it in the box and was like, there you go. That's the best I can do. I actually ordered a couple extra. Like if I broke 6, I ordered 10 or something. Just because I know they're going to break when people put them together too. But despite that, I'm hoping that I can get kind of a decent price for it. And if not, I'll just keep lowering the price on it. Oh goodness, there's a lot here too. Alright, so let's go with this one first. And then we'll do those 2 next. But it's all good. I do hope that I can get at least something out of all these, because that would be sad if I can't sell 45 architecture sets for any money whatsoever. I mean, technically I've already sold 1 to a guy in our lug. Was there really nothing in that? Okay. Okay, I think I got all that. That was a lot. We're building up another bit of swirly sky. I'm feeling there's going to be a lot of these like 2x2 curved tiles in here. There's going to be a lot of these. I love this holiday station. I realize the holiday, the like Christmas is over, but I can't really tell what part color this is. Oh, there it is. But I don't think that's right either. Those are 2 different blues. There we go. Okay, now I can see it once it's in the right place. But this is like, this music is like the Netflix of holiday music. It's like, it's almost a song. Oh no, that's wrong. Oh wow, at least he said Merry Christmas. My goodness. Yeah, do you get the, you get the feeling that you rush up and rush up and rush up and it's like a month worth of stuff, and then like literally the day after everyone's like, no, radio stations go back to what they were, all the lights come down, it's over, and you're like, let it linger for a bit, man. We were all worked up about this. Let's have some fun. Driving around going, why isn't this place open? I still have eggnog to drink. side. And I still have eggnog to drink. Should have some tomorrow for lunch for no reason. What'd you have for lunch today? Eggnog. Did you have rum in it? Well, yeah, I'm on vacation. But it's 8 in the morning. Yeah. I do too, but I kind of am stuck in the nostalgia of it, and if I don't hear, if it's not a constant drone of the songs that I remember, and which is weird because the songs I remember are songs from like the 40s and 50s. Like, I don't know why I'm constantly hung up on like Bing Crosby and Burl Ives. I'm like, but that's what I want to hear. Yep. I almost get mad when I hear the non-traditional versions of the song, not realizing probably that the version I like is already covered by people and, you know, whatever. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Very swoopy and swirly. The classics are much better, thank you. The only one that I'll change is Chase Holfelter's minor key, All I Want for Christmas. I will die on that hill. That is the only acceptable version of that song. Oh, look, an actual song. I wonder if it's because this is like a church song, maybe? Or a hymn? You can't copyright it? I'm gonna sing along. Can't be helped. Oh, somebody like murdered my favorite. So my favorite Christmas song is the Ukrainian bell song, Ukrainian bell carol, or whatever it is. And that's not right. And I just like the one where it's like a boys' choir or something that they're singing it. Oh, man. No, that's right. But it's just that high-pitched group of people singing, and it's awesome. So I was listening to the radio station here that does this, like the adults contemporary station that does, hey, it's Christmas, we're gonna play Christmas music nonstop, and it's usually the classics and sometimes the like modern versions of the classics, and that's fine because sometimes they're pretty good. But this one, I almost came out of the car. Like, what are you doing? It was, and I'm trying not to be like down on religion, but they had like rewritten that bell carol song to be all, you know, about Jesus. And, you know, if your thing is Jesus, then I'm not going to hold that against you. But I'm like, don't change that song. How dare you? Also, I think I got Whamageddon to like the first week of December. So, which is fine. We were out playing Muzinga. And it was, you know, you hear a song and you have to find it on your bingo, Muzingo. You have to find it on your bingo card. And all the rounds are different types of songs. And one of them was Christmas songs, and we didn't really even put two and two together. And then suddenly you can hear the groaning from everybody going, "Oh no, we've been Whamageddoned." This is going to take a long time to do because it's a lot of little bitty pieces and there's no like major sub-assemblies and there's no Technic. It's just one after another, put a little bitty piece on there. No shortcut. There's going to be later, like bag 6 looks like it's big black pieces, so we're going to do more frames. But it'd be like this. Oh, that's classy. Right, so these, and then what color are those again? So I'm a little worried because there's all these like light blue ones or these sand blue ones and I'm not using them. I don't know, you can't really see what I'm seeing here, so I'm going to expand this really quick. Window capture, just so you can see what I'm seeing. Look at this color. Right there. That's hard to see. Here it's easier to see that it's this. But it could easily be like one of these instead. I'm not entirely sure it's not, but make that smaller again. Oh, and I didn't change the ticker. Why didn't somebody say something? We're not building Santa's. Starry Night. There we go. Everything's better now. Okay, so I was saying 2 of those. 2 dark green. It's hard because there's like 5 different. I mean, there's 2 greens. There's. Oh, wait, no. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 greens. Technically, there's a bright green in here. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blues. 5 blues. 1. Some of these are greenish blues. That's 5 blues. 6. Wow. 6 blues. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Alright, so we got those 2. We got this one. We've got all the blues. House of Blues. Uh-oh. Aha. Well, shoot. It's gonna be a problem. Something I didn't do this year that I usually do. And this 6 are in this set. Yeah, no joke. This music reminded me of it. Usually, one of my favorite things to do during holidays is watch all the Harry Potter movies. I love the Harry Potter movies. And I'm still coming to grips with we can watch it on a streaming service because we've already bought it. We've already rented it. So we're not really supporting it. It's that support the art, not the artist, but I don't know. I still have a problem with it. So I'm like, that's another thing. It's like I can't watch The Ref. Ref was one of my favorite Christmas movies. Because What? I don't remember his name now. Is a terrible person. Man, I love that movie. But we watch Krampus now, so it's kind of like that. It's, you know, it's irreverent and whatever. I think this goes in there. And I think this goes in there. And we need another one of these. I think there's actually some retired blues too. Like I think there's some sets where they make some, they had some blue that doesn't exist anymore. Maybe. I have a feeling that's the case. So I did a thing today. I've been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn, and I sent, that can't be, did I miss that completely? I did. Shoot. And then I put that over the top. And then, you like what? What did I said something and now I don't remember what it was. Anyway, so I emailed the game developer Gorilla and I was like, all right, look, I'm not a game developer. I'm a once graphic designer / comic book artist, cartoonist. But I've written a world building thing for the next game, which I'm sure you guys have already started working on. But I thought, you know, I had fun writing this, and I'm going to keep working on it as sort of a fan project. I hope you like it. And I sent him to, it's just like a 6-7 page Google Doc of like, here's what I think the world should look like. And here's where the story should go. But it's one of those where it's like you do those all the time where you write little fan fiction or you come up with an idea and never do anything with it. And I'm like, you know what? This time, gonna do something about it. I'm just gonna email them and say, look, here it is. Have fun. Even if you have fun making fun of somebody. I really like that game. Don't know if anybody can tell. Probably gonna, if I could find a small symbol tattoo, small symbol for a tattoo, I would totally do it, but I can't. There's like a loading, not a loading screen, but there's a shape that exists kind of in the game, like as like a pointer that I was thinking of doing, but that's kind of like nobody's really gonna know what that is. As like getting the Triforce and going, no, that's Blacktron. No, that's that from that Japanese movie where they're, you know, Rashomon or whatever, they got that flag. Just no idea. Oh, this is getting a little hairy. There are so many little pieces in here. Look how many little pieces are in there. It's getting pretty dense. So Missy, what are you working on now? Just chilling? Yeah, there's a lot of small parts in here. This would, if it wasn't $150, $160, it'd probably make a pretty good draft set. Like, there's just a lot of different cool dots and tiles and whatnot. But it's a lot. A lot. I know my friend Chris was on here earlier, asked if I was going to get the UCS Razor Crest. I don't know that I want another UCS set real soon. They, What was the last one I got? The AT-AT? I don't know that, like, the Razor Crest is a cool ship, but I don't know that I want a UCS of it. Like, I might want, if they did a Nebulon or Nebula frigate, I would totally get that, though. There's the Chinese New Year set from last year this weekend. Cool. I know Lisa's probably not on the chat anymore, but if she is, this is a fun set so far. Very interesting in how they make a lot of these shapes. It's a little repetitive, but it's repetitive enough to where it keeps you busy. But it's that kind of feeling like, oh God, just, okay, we get it. Let's move on to the next thing already. But I also can't complain because it's sitting here doing Lego. Wow, it's already 9:30. This time has flown by. Oh, let's make sure I got all these. Didn't get that one. Big old honking plate right there. Oh, so I was a little bummed out. I don't think I told you guys this, but the family, the kids and the ladies were supposed to go to see family in El Paso, and their flight got canceled. Like everybody else's in the country, canceled. And their luggage went without them. And I need to tell Beth that her flight attendant friend who works Southwest, I asked her about it. And Beth's like, why does that even happen? She's like, I don't understand. Why does that even happen? I got a thing back from Wendy. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I mean, I don't understand it a lot either, but my basic understanding is that... Oh, now it's a different one altogether. It's dark blue. See, it throws you right at the end. Stupid thing. Hey, you shouldn't be like just listening just so you can snipe in from the other room. You shouldn't be listening just so you can snipe in from the other room. Just happened to hear it. Anyway, yeah, it does suck. It was... Their luggage went out to El Paso. Some of it's in... Some of it went to Phoenix. Some of it went to New Orleans. I was trying to... From my understanding, flights work like... It's not just like a big thing where it all comes together and the whole thing moves as one. It's more like a subway map where they all have different lines, right? And each line going to the same location, but each line has a different source. It has a different stream. It has a different way of getting there. So like passengers are one thing. The pilot and co-pilot are another thing. The flight crew that mans the flight attendants and those people, that's another thing. The plane itself is a thing. The luggage is a thing, right? And the people working on the ground crews are all different things too. So when like your luggage ends up going somewhere but you don't, or you have to get off a plane and move to another plane, or you can't go anywhere because there's no flight crew, or you can't go anywhere because there's no pilot, it's all part of that where all of those streams have to be together, or else you and your bags and the crew and the plane and everything else doesn't make it to where you need to go, and the system falls apart. So I think there was already a problem. And our friend, who is a flight, like I said, flight attendant for Southwest, she's like, I honestly don't understand it either. But here's what I think happened. First of all, there was like some major software issues, server issues, software issues, computer issues with Southwest. They were the ones who had all the problems. They weren't the only ones who had problems, but they were the ones who canceled like most of their flights. So, on top of the fact that there were already pilots who couldn't fly places because of hours or because of COVID restrictions, there were also software problems. There's also, Christmas traffic. So, I mean, like a perfect storm of stuff hit. And it's just one of those things where some of those streams made it and some didn't. So you end up with people's luggage that goes someplace and then they don't. Which is kind of dumb, but... It doesn't suck. I mean, it also kind of sucks that I selfishly like their dog a lot. Not more than my dog, but their dog is really cute. And it would have given me an excuse to go walk their dog. I haven't walked our dogs in like forever. And so I was like, well, this will get me out of the house. Maybe it'll get me back into the habit. And then I can come back and walk our dogs and it'll be good. So I got to go do that once, and then they were like, yeah, we're home. And I'm like, what? And then I find out, because we took our dogs to the groomers, that our dogs are a little fat, little pudgy, put on some weight since we walked them last, and they don't fit into their little harnesses anymore. So Aggie I kind of get, because she is still, she's probably growing a little bit, but not a ton. But Kaylee shouldn't be growing that much, so she'll be 4 this year. They should be done growing. So I'm like, well, our dogs are fat. Time to, we got to give them new leashes, so I ordered new harnesses for them. Mom and I are coming home from Connecticut, weather delayed. The weather was the other thing, like everything from the East Coast and the Great Lakes region was just hammered, and I'm surprised flights made it here at all. We spent the night in the airport. This was a few years ago, made the second flight, left without, just terrible. I mean, knock on wood, I've had so few problems with flights. Like, I don't travel a ton, but I think the only time I really had a problem was I was coming home from New York one time. And I think this was I don't think this was a work trip. I think this was a personal trip. And I'm not great traveling by myself. Like, I don't understand a lot of travel stuff, and I kind of mess things up. The fact that Beth and I have gone anywhere is kind of a minor miracle. But I got to it was a layover in Chicago, and I get there and they're like, "Well, your flight's canceled." And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, your flight's canceled." Or maybe it was the first one out of New York, because I know I had to go across town to a different airport to get a different flight. But that's like the only time I really ever had problems with it. I've almost missed connecting flights out of Dallas, because Dallas's airport is garbage. But DFW is not bad. Love Field is terrible. Yeah, and that's the thing with the ladies and the kids. They don't know where their luggage is. They have no idea. They keep calling and they keep not getting an answer, and they're like, "We don't know yet." I don't know if you saw pictures from DIA up in Colorado, up in Denver. Just a nightmare. Like, nobody knows where their bags are. The bags are like just stacked in the baggage claim area, and it's just wall-to-wall baggage. It's kind of depressing. I'm like, oh yeah, it was. Wow, I'm really glad we didn't end up going anywhere. And honestly, the only places we really go are Kentucky and Colorado. And that's not right. Is that a different blue? It is a different blue. I feel like this whole set is one of those TikTok tests where you have to hit the different shade color. And I'm like, is that right? Is that right? So we've driven to Kentucky like 100% of the time. No, we flew in once. We flew into Memphis and then got a car and drove from... No, Nashville. We flew into Nashville and then drove from there one time. But the rest of the time we've driven. And I think even last time Beth's like, I don't want to drive anymore. I'm like, all right. Just funky, a little bluesy. I feel like Jeff Goldblum is going to be singing this to us. A fa la 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 la. Arrr. Seen photos from a few months ago from London. I didn't hear about London. Did they have like similar things where it's like pilot strikes or something? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. A few months ago, nothing really major. Well, when did the Queen die? That was September. Maybe it was September, like a lot of people trying to get into London for that. Je ne sais pas. What is this, bag 4? Yeah. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can do this one Sunday. No. Oh, that's going to change things. Saturday's busy. Saturday morning, maybe? Just missing piles of luggage before the Queen died. All right, I think that's all done. I need to get back into designing and building stuff. I really was hoping that, like, well, I've got time tomorrow. I've got a lot of time tomorrow, and I don't think I'm doing much during the day. I've got to fix this shelf, RIP that shelf, because all the instructions fell off of it. I need to get rid of some of these boxes. I'm not keeping any of these boxes. I don't know why I'm hanging on to boxes. Like, I was kind of hoping to get more of this under control, but I don't know what happened, man. Thought I had more time than I did, apparently. A lot of cleaning. I did clean up our master bedroom closet, which was one of those things where you just let it sit and sit and sit, and then you realize like 2 years later, you're like, we haven't unpacked this closet. It's just bags of clothes we've never worn. You're off till Monday? Yeah, I still have, like, I'm off tomorrow through, like, I go back to work on Tuesday. So I still have lots of time. I just need to be more efficient and not play video games is the problem. And not watch movies. I mean, I don't mind, like, when I'm sorting and stuff. What I should do is turn one of these monitors around so I can sort in here and, like, watch movies and stuff. But, like, I wanted to take apart a bunch of mocks. It seems really weird. Probably still can. The problem with taking apart mocks is that unless you're there taking it apart and putting each piece away, it just goes into another box. And you're just putting another box over there to be like, all right, well, that was taken apart. Now I'll sort that later. Meanwhile, I've got like more than 10 boxes full of stuff to sort. So I also don't sleep in. I wish I could, but two things happen. First, I'm old, and I have old man thing where I wake up at like 5 in the morning, no matter when I go to sleep. But also I've got these animals that are like, hey, you know what? You haven't been doing anything in the last little bit. Why don't you feed us? Oh, that doesn't hold together very well at all. Are we sure that's the only thing in there? So they'll all come sit on my face and my head and my chest to wake me up. Especially the cat. The little dog's at least cute about it. The big dog is kind of cute about it too, but for the most part, they just come in there and we're like, I'm like, fine. And they never go bother Beth. Like, she actually is getting up and getting ready for work, and they still come and bother me. I'm like, dude, there's a human already awake. And they're like, I know, but you feed us in the morning. You have the thumbs. So, I have no excuse but to be up. I should use that time effectively. Yep. Get up, feed me, let me out. I'm like, let me put some clothes on. No, come out now. Nobody, we got fences, nobody cares. Somebody might care, and then I'm gonna be on Facebook, and I don't want that. Oh, very good. Wow. That's a lot. I mean, look how dense that is with little pieces. That's just a lot. Not complaining. I'm just saying it's a lot. Oh, and then there's another. No, that's it. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Dark orange snot bricks. What's up, Scott? How's Trix, man? How was your holiday? I'm sorry I haven't seen any of your videos recently. I haven't been on... Oddly, haven't been online a whole lot. In the past few days. Dark orange is great. I want to make like a robot that's just nothing but dark orange and like olive green. I think that would be amazing. Not sand green, but olive green. I mean, that's just a great color combination right there. Look at that. That's great. There you go. Do you plan on going to, do you got a store nearby you? Are you gonna go get stuff at the store on release day? You're gonna get you a tie bomber or some friend. I think there's a couple new friend sets. Apparently the new friend set that's coming out looks really great. Something else just came out, the wave, the Japanese painting. is out. Let's see what we're building here. I feel like I'm keeping it hidden, but I have to be able to see it. Goodness, there's a lot going on here. And, Chinese New Year stuff's coming out. Holding on for Amazon deals on Lego. Top of the list, Battle Pack. Battle Pack. Forgot about that. Microfighter, yep. God, I forgot about that Microfighter. See, that bothers me because I'd worked so hard. I ordered 100 pieces or 80 pieces or whatever. I had most of them. To get the original build of the San Diego Comic-Con version of the Slave 1 not microfighter, and then they just go and do this. It's like, what is even the point? Anywhoozits. Yes, I will probably get all those too. Not sure about the battle pack yet, though. I feel like I already had a battle pack. I don't know why I would need another battle pack other than they look like they've got the different classes, right? So like looks like they've got a heavy and an assault and a specialist. So that'll be actually pretty cool to get those. But other than that, I'm like, oh god, more clone troopers. Got a nice haul of sets. Very, very good. Very good. That's what the time is about for us Lego collectors, is getting more sets. I love it. Yeah, it's the one with the visor. Oh, so good. It's my least favorite class to play with in the game, but is that I think it's just one of these guys. But it's it looks very cool. Sometimes it's my least favorite. And I've played the game so much that I just like, all I'm doing is, I haven't played it actually in about a couple weeks. Like right when it's having its like 5th anniversary or something, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stop playing. I got a PS5. I'm not gonna play this stupid game anymore. Go back and play a bunch of these other games. More swoopiness. Yeah, this is going to take me right to 10 o'clock. Wow. So would you rather do a set like this, which is a bunch of little pieces? Somewhat, it's not completely repetitive, but it's very like, just kind of do this type of thing over and over again. Like the Coliseum was like this. It wasn't like every little segment that you were doing was different, but it was just enough repetitiveness to where you're like, I can't tell what color that is. It's not dark gray. That looks like dark gray. Maybe that's dark green. I think my eyes are going bad from these lights. Macro, happy road to New Year to you too. Yeah, I hope the holiday was good to you. Hope you were able to drink and be merry with your family. And then I hope the New Year's treats you well as well. Our New Year, is going to be at a friend's house whose birthday is the 31st or the 1st. Forget. We've got 2 friends who've like January 1st birthdays. And, oh, now we're flipping it. Okay. All right, did I miss anything before I move on? No? Good. Okay. And I'm looking forward to that because that's going to be a hoot. Hopefully COVID won't ruin it and we'll actually be able to hang out with each other and do karaoke. You got to get back to Vader's castle. Cool. Oh, cute little houses. Oh, they're so cute. Sith versus Republic Troop Battle Pack. Yeah, I saw you putting that one together. So when I found the Darth Revan figure that I've got, I was convinced that that figure was one of those Sith troopers or whatever. Like, I pulled it out of a box. I'm like, oh, this is one of those Sith troopers from that battle pack. I was like, that's cool. I got a bunch of these. And then I'm looking really close at it. I'm like, but why does this one have a cape? And I looked at the mask. I'm like, hang on a second. I looked up Darth Revan. I'm like, oh my God. Really? WTF, mate. I think that was culturally insensitive. I shouldn't say that. Does it go on top of that, really? Not really sure how this goes over. It kind of goes on nothing. Okay. Oh, that's why. There's gonna be something on the other side. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was amazing. Like, I needed to excuse myself from work for a second. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I think I may have scored like a $200 minifig in a box that somebody gave me. It's like, I'll be right back. Oh, now see, it doesn't really tell you how far back this needs to go, because it wasn't that far back in the previous instruction. Okay, well, dude, don't be like that. Yeah, it was unbelievable. I could not, like, and I sat on it forever. Like, so pre-pandemic, this lady at my job was like, my son is out of Lego. Can't tell what color that is. My eyes are going. I think it's brown. My son's out of Lego. He's in college. He's like going away. He's going to Europe for a little bit. Can't tell what color that is either. These are the same, and yet I don't see any. I almost don't think it matters. But I can't tell. I think that's supposed to be green. Let's say it's green. And she's like, we're just trying to get stuff out of his room because he's going to be gone and whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I was like, do you want me to buy it from you? She's like, no, just we can just get rid of it. I'm like, all right, score. Even if it's like a little bit, any free Lego is good. So she brings this box to work. I've told this story like a million times, but it still floors me. She brings this box to work, and it's like a server box, right? It's pretty big. I was like, oh my God. And then she's like, and I've got another one. I'll bring it later. And so it's basically 2 boxes of Lego. And I was like, well, now I feel bad. Okay, so here's a part I haven't seen in that color. And I know I'm going to have an extra. So that'll be cool. So she's like, no, that's fine. We just wanted to get rid of it. We were going to throw it away or sell it at a garage sale or something. So, no problem. I was like, all right. So I got it home and I started going through it. And first of all, it's like, it wasn't 90s like space Lego, but there was a lot of, it wasn't Johnny Thunder, but there was like an Indiana Jones type adventurer. There's a bunch of his stuff, like Egyptian sets, Pharaoh sets, big snakes, big play sets, lot of Star Wars. Like during an age of Star Wars that I wasn't collecting Star Wars, so it was kind of cool that I would get some of these sets. Which means he would have got that poly bag of Revan. And I didn't even clock it until much later. I'm like, well, I'm going to start going through all these. So what I did was I went through and I pulled out all the minifigs out of the boxes and I put them in a different bag. And I was like, I'll deal with you later, and I'll just start tearing apart all these sets. I tried to put some of the sets together. Like, I tried to find as many, because I think he had a whole ATTE in there, an MTT, A-Wing, a Droid Tri-Fighter, like, had a bunch of stuff. And, oh, cool. Just like that. So I tried to put, some of the sets together, but it wasn't. Oh my God, really? Okay. We're putting this on here now. Probably going to be a lot of extra pieces, but let's see what happens first. So we're going to put this on. Like this? Really? I think that's how this is working. The story got sidetracked because I'm trying to figure out how this all goes together. Always one piece. There's always that one piece. It doesn't want to fit properly. And then I lose it completely. Where was I? Yeah, and this was like a bunch of those sets. Like I got like 70% of most of those sets. And I'm sure, and then there's like, the rest of it was like loose. So like probably played with it a lot and then just like didn't get it all back together, or there was probably still some in the room, or some got thrown away or something. Anyway, so it was much later, and I actually had paid the lady for it. I'm like, I feel bad just taking this from you guys because this is a lot of Lego. I was like, can I pay you for it somehow? She's like, no, you know what? He's going to Europe. Maybe here's his Venmo. If you want to float him some money for that, that'd be fine. So I paid him $100. I was going through the figures, and I was like, well, let's go through these figures because I forget what I was building. I was trying to do a microfighter for something, and I thought maybe I can like get some Sith looking thing for something that I needed. And so I was digging through and I saw a cape and what looked like Darth Maul because it had a cowl, and I was like, oh, I could use this for the whatever. And then I pulled it out and I was like, this doesn't look like anything. And I thought it was that Battle Pack Sith figure, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. So then I looked up online and I lost my shit after that. I was like, what? All right. So that is done. Bag 5, which means, yay, we got an extra one of those. Super cool. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Light blue starfighter. That's a good piece to have. I don't have these sorted anywhere. I don't have any of these pieces anywhere. So I'm going to have to find a new place for that, or figure out where to put it in a little baggie in a drawer with a bunch of other things that are like that. So here's where we're going to leave it tonight. This is bags 1 through 4 of 9. But there's so much density here. I don't know if you can tell how thick and many pieced this is. I mean, it's adorable. It's got a little church there and all the little houses. I'm guessing that the big old thing slots into here, sits in front of that, which means when you turn it sideways, you can see all this stuff in there. But the rolling hills with all them tiles in there, which I can see some are not lined up, and it's going to trigger my OCD, but it's got a lot of color. I wish the shine wouldn't hit it so much, but a lot of color going on there. Those blues are really popping. So yeah, that's your base. So something outside here for frame on the outside. So that's about how big it is. The computer mouse for size, because I have little hands, but it's hard to tell, from somebody's hands. So yeah, so that's where it's going to be for now. Sunday's going to be weird because it'll be New Year's Day, so I want to stream, but I will be there. Our Lego store doesn't open till noon, and I will probably be in line starting about 9, just to make sure that I get in line to get the stuff that I want. Which means I probably won't be back till 1:30, depending on how many of our lug people are there and want to hang out and whatever. Yeah, that's right. I looked at that and thought it was weird that it was uncovered. But yeah, so maybe sometime in the afternoon on Sunday, maybe a 1 or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock maybe, stream with something new. We'll see whatever I get from the store. But maybe Saturday morning I can work on this too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens Saturday. Because I don't think we're doing anything else. So I might try to finish this on Saturday. So keep an eye out on YouTube. And that should be it. I'm going to keep trying to build more Horizon Zero Dawn stuff and order some more microfighter parts to put on Instagram. But yeah. So that's it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And if I don't see you before next week, I hope you have a good and safe New Year's. And I will see you in the new year. And you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you later.